I'm living young and wild. Tell them dog in the towel. Got them bitches all new.
Yeah, and they all love news.
Yo.
And they all love news.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, that's why we make up news right here on Savage as Fuck on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy, y'all. Because they all love news.
Yeah, that was a nice little. That was a nice
little.
Yeah, that was a nice little segue. Yo,
right Shout out J News,
That's like
y'all.
a double entendre.
Yo, what's going on? This is Shang.
This is your boy Black Pedro, y'all.
We in the building, Savage as Fuck. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. We appreciate all the people that are listening and the people that come out to the live shows. It's weird seeing the actual transition of people that listen to the show, then come out and then they mad about some shit that was on the show, which is fantastic.
Or sometimes they love it.
Or they love it, or they mad because it says something. And I think that the Smack Hammer thing from when we did
Smack Hammer,
Ice House, that's just catching on. I think I'm all
Smack Hammer made an appearance in Pleasanton, California.
Thank you
to all those who came out to Tommy T.
Yo, Tommy T's off the chain. Thank y'all for coming out. It was a good crowd, really good crowd. And we appreciate you coming to the live shows. But make sure you download the app. Download the app. Dash Radio.
Dash Radio is the app. You can get it off of iTunes Store or the Apple Store or
Apple
Google
Store,
Play.
whatever store.
We're also, in all brand new 2018 and newer GM vehicles. Dash is in your dash.
Dash is in the dash.
Take that 2 o'clock hand and reach right to your right, and you can touch the dash and dash us.
Make sure you listen to us there. But also you can catch us in the podcast form. You can catch us on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio. What is the other one? Slacker.
Slacker, that's the other one right there.
Slacker.
And then you gotta follow us. Don't just be listening.
Yeah, the fuck is wrong with y'all?
That's weird. You fucking
don't just listen.
Don't be
follow.
a creep and just be follow us too.
But
make
follow
it even
sounds
creepier.
creepier.
No, but I'm saying if you're gonna creep the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
what I'm
don't
saying.
just be listening.
Don't be halfway creeping.
Follow us on Facebook. The Facebook page is Savage AF. Make sure you follow us on all the social media platforms at Savage AF Radio. That's Instagram, Twitter, all that shit.
Don't go full creepy. Don't go full Weinstein on us. Like if you go, don't do that because then I got to punch you in the face. But I'm saying, don't go straight Cosby. I mean, just go Cosby from the TV show.
Go Heathcliff on.
Yeah, go Heathcliff.
Don't go William.
Yeah, don't go William. Because when you go William, then it gets creepy.
Yeah.
It's like
that was the bad guy.
Why'd I wake up with this funny taste in my mouth?
Heathcliff was a good guy, but that other dude.
But you notice that for some reason they keep finding all these black celebrities. All these black celebrities are coming up with all these weird shit that's happening. I'm starting to think like Oliver Stone. I'm thinking this conspiracy on it because there's a lot of shit. I go, wait a minute, all of them?
A conspiracy.
Yeah, I think that some of it's kind of bullshit. Some of it's I don't know if the Cosby shit. I'm not gonna say the Cosby shit was bullshit, but there's some of them where they just making up shit.
The man said, for all those who think Cosby, he said he did the shit.
Yeah, he did say he did it. But back then, it was like everybody party with Quaaludes and stuff, I guess.
That's what happened.
Yeah, but
it was just part of the culture back then.
I ain't never wanted sex so bad I got to drug a woman. I ain't never.
No, I don't.
I mean, she could be the baddest chick in the world. She could have the cure for cancer in her ass. I still don't want to drug a woman. That's just weird. Like to me, it's like you have no game if you're doing shit like that.
It's like our intro song says. I feel like Jesus Shuttleworth. I feel like I got game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like just spit your spit. And if you don't, I saw a great like one of the maybe it's a meme or what conversation that kind of went viral where it was like a son got rejected by a girl or whatever. And, he's talking to his dad and he was like, yeah, I know, Dad, I should keep trying. And he was like, no, son, she said no. You move on. You know what I mean? And that's what it is right there.
Yeah, so, it's like, no, put it this way. If
put your roofies away and move the fuck on,
If she don't want to fuck you, why do you want to fuck her?
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to fuck me. You don't want to give me none. So why now? Then, like, why would I want to give you some?
Hey, you know who?
Or even try to get some? That's just fucking stupid. All you dudes out there that do that, use a soft ass, yogurty ass, bitch ass dude, and I'm gonna say it to your face because I got hands, bitches.
And listen, all you yogurty dudes out here, right here on Savage as Fuck on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. We have a talent a lady that you don't want to fuck with.
Well, yeah, she has a little bit of an edge.
All these yogurty dudes out here, this is the one you don't want to mess with.
She got a little bit of edge. She ain't soft.
She ain't the one.
You got to put the T on there. She ain't soft.
This is somebody you've been a guest on here before, and somebody I'm always proud to have on the show.
She got a fire ass show. She got a fire ass show. Fire ass fucking Facebook. Fire ass HBO special. Fire.
She is part of the Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy family here on Dash Radio.
She got fire.
You can check her out on her show, Truth Serum.
Which is fire.
Give it up for the very fire Aida Rodriguez.
Aida Rodriguez. You rolled it. Yeah.
Aida Rodriguez,
we need an applause thing. Fuck that. Yeah. When are they going to get up off some money and give us an applause thing with the applause?
I literally think we just been too lazy.
7.
Oh, geez.
Okay, so that's Mondays 5 to 7 Pacific Standard Time.
5 to 7. Get it right.
You can hear Truth Serum. Aida, how are you, sweetheart?
I'm
How's it
doing
going?
great.
You doing good?
Yeah, just been flexing on trolls today.
Good. Get them.
I dedicate some time every week to go back and forth with trolls. Not because I'm bored, but because I exercise my writing. I don't know if you do that.
I do very much.
Especially when you're going back and forth with somebody who really thinks they're clever online.
Right. And then you got to check them on.
Stop hitting them with facts.
You got to chin check them. I had this dude just tell me that I look like Wendy Williams. That's why I'm a single mom.
Are you
wow.
insane?
But I was like,
I've met Wendy. No, Wendy's not that attractive.
Yeah,
Let's
but
keep
you
it
know
real.
what is that? I'm not gonna shit on another woman of color
just to be
because
like,
a dude is like trying to bait us on fucking earthquake. Some white dude is telling me that as an insult, that I look like Wendy Williams, and I'm supposed to clap back and shit on Wendy Williams. So I was like, no, I'm gonna shit on you some more.
Right.
First.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not
Let you catch these.
I've done Wendy's show, and I know Wendy from back in the day. She real different though.
Okay. I've never met her.
I've met her multiple times. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna keep it real. Some people you don't shit on. Some people you go, you're kind of different.
Okay.
She's kind of different. It's not a good way to not say.
Did you just say that there are some people that you do not shit on?
No, I said some people you don't shit on. Some people you don't shit on. No, I shit on. No, I don't shit on everybody. I don't. That's not. Look. Let me tell you something. First off, I'm the Dark Knight of comedy. Number one. I go out and I do bad.
I have no idea what that means.
Okay, I like Dark Knight, like the Batman.
You do the things that no other comics.
No, you
shit on the people that nobody else is willing to shit on.
You shit on the bad people.
Okay.
But you do it in a very hardcore, shitty way.
Okay.
So they know never to do the shit again.
I got you.
Sometimes you got to go hard. Like you had to go hard on the troll, because the troll, sometimes if you go soft on them and you go, oh well, no, I'm not. You got to go hard. You got to get in their face with it. With
especially
words.
Dudes that think that women. They think female comics aren't funny. They think women are. Once you try to shame a woman, she's gonna crawl in the hole. Down. And I was like, my mom stabbed my father with an ice pick. My grandmother shot my grandfather. You think some white dude that eats granola on fucking Twitter
what the fuck was your grandfather doing?
So all you yogurty motherfuckers out there who want to catch these, make sure you follow Aida at Funny Aida. That's AIDA at Funny Aida, guys. Make sure you all follow her.
And listen to the show, Truth Serum.
Thank you.
That's Mondays 5 to 7.
5 to 7.
Right here on Marcus King.
Pacific Standard Time. Because somebody asked me, I mean, where I live at, I can't hear it because I don't know what the times are.
Yeah, they don't.
And they talk like that too. I don't know what the times are.
They're not good at math.
Yeah, they're not good at math.
I love it. You guys are going in. I just posted on my Instagram.
I saw that.
You at me because of something I wrote, make sure you read it. Because if your basic reading comprehension is shabby, chances are your debating skills ain't shit either.
See?
I stand by that. So
don't fuck
with me on social media.
Basic reading comprehension, people, okay?
No, you
do you have that?
I get it a lot.
People read something you wrote and they walk away with you're like, why are you projecting your issues onto my post?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that. What the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry, your home life isn't working out, but that has nothing to do with what I just posted.
But sometimes I think that you got to go out on, like I used to say, let me be constructive and try to show them, they're wrong in the direction. Now I'm like, how about fuck you? How about fuck you and fuck you and people who look like you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think that especially with white trolls, they feel it's privilege. White trolls, there's white trolls, and they feel it's privilege like, well, I'll tell you because I'm white. Yeah. And don't think because of your whiteness that you're better. And they really do believe that.
And that's what he was saying. He was talking about child support. And, he is talking about how appalled he is by the child support system and the way that it is to men. And I'm like, look, the legal system in America has been fucking black men since they got here, since they got stolen. Right. So don't come crying about how child support is fucking you because it's finally catching up to y'all. I'm not, and I don't hate white people, but I'm not going to let you get on my shit or on this shit, and I'm going to let you slide talking about how unjust the child support system is when black men have been crying about this for years. And people have been like, y'all lazy, y'all don't take care of y'all kids. Somebody's got to now that they regulating your ass, now that the chickens are coming home to roost, you want to cry.
Now it's time to speak up about it.
Yeah, now you want to speak up about it. And listen.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm having a moment.
Get him. Hit him with that truth serum, y'all.
Get it off your chest.
Bullshit too about with white men all crying constantly about how minorities and people in marginalized groups are taking over. Just because they giving us crumbs now doesn't mean we getting the fucking pie. Right. Every time I hear these white guys, you got to be a minority to get a TV show. Pull up all the TV shows look up all the showrunners. How many fucking shows of people of color do you see? Just because we got 5 instead of 3 doesn't mean we're fucking taking over. And this shit about women, you can't even blink at a woman because how many women are bullshit?
How the fuck are you blinking?
Yeah, no. You can't blink at a woman. It's ridiculous.
Unless you're blinking with your dick in your hand.
Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. And this is the thing. Like I hear this all the time. I can't even hug you because if I put my arm around you, I don't want to take a picture with you. Fuck you. I don't want to take a picture with you. If you're so scared of yourself that you don't know how to properly take a picture with me, then you got a problem.
Right. Then that means something's wrong with you that you can't hug a woman.
No, because essentially what they're saying is, I can't even grab your little ass no more, get a little side titty without a woman. It's like, well, nigga, you was never supposed to do that.
You were wrong at first, bitch.
You was always wrong about that. Gropey McGroverton.
Creepy.
Dr. Octopus ass motherfuckers.
It's the epitome of that quote, equality feels like oppression to people who are accustomed to privilege.
Listen.
So now they are like,
it's so crazy.
God.
This is so crazy right now. So I got shout out to one of my best friends from high school, Joe Wirtz, right? One of the 16 white people that I graduated high school with out of 600 niggas, right? So, but always been a down ass brother, man. He was giving a speech the other day. He works at a local university, and he kind of popped off with, this white male patriarchy will not last, right? He's a very conscious white guy. And he said, as soon as he said that, this white dude just got up and walked out.
Yeah.
And that's that fragility right now that we as people of color are still being forced to deal with, is we still have to, or at least are expected to, somehow temper ourselves around that when that's not even the fucking issue. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the attacker because I'm grabbing your foot because it's on my throat.
Man.
Fuck that.
So
you deserve to get punched in the balls.
They don't even understand the privilege built into being fragile about that. You know what I mean?
You started it though with me. It's like when I first started doing stand-up, I had an array of comedians to watch that were doing whatever their thing was. And I kept gravitating towards, I ain't got time to be dancing. I ain't no motherfucking clown.
Right.
And listen, I think we need a spectrum. I enjoy the comedians who provide a certain type of humor because everybody can't be everything. Everybody doesn't operate from a level of consciousness. But watching him and when I say him, I mean Shang, and watching certain people, I was like, that's where I feel comfortable because for me, I can't sleep at night thinking that what I'm doing is not pushing our culture forward. For me, it's like, I don't want to do this shit if it's not gonna be part of the solution.
Well, how's the response been? Because it seems like I see you get gazillion, comments and stuff on Facebook. Some of them people a little crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You don't act like, because you get some crazy motherfuckers that say some shit.
I got people that say, you still live in the Sherman Oaks? I had this dude say, you still live in the Sherman Oaks address? And the thing that I say is, like I posted yesterday, don't operate thinking that everybody, it comes from the same place. There is a spectrum of people on all fronts. Some motherfuckers will be like, I don't fight. Let's talk it out. And some motherfuckers will bust your head wide open. And you cannot make the assumption about who anybody is. So when you come to somebody like me and put posts like that on my Facebook, my uncles who fucking run the streets of Miami, my cousins, my family who look, I don't come from a Harvard pedigree. You know what I mean? I come from killers, and I come from people who don't give a fuck about something. So when you put that shit on my page and you send me threats, just know that I'm somebody. You understand?
Yeah. Somebody cares.
You can't just be putting shit like that on my.
Well, let me ask you this, because this is more like, I don't know, this sounds like chauvinistic or whatever, but it's the truth. As a female comic on the road, do you ever get scared? Because because the dudes in the show, like, I've had dudes follow me to my room, so I know, and like where they were like, "Yo, man, I ain't like what the fuck you said." I said, "So, bitch," you know. But do you get? Because I talked to a couple female comics that we were on the Instagram Live, and they said they get really scared on the road.
Oh yeah, that's a reality that women.
Men don't have to deal with that as much.
No, because you don't turn on the news and every other story is young man gets abducted, young woman found in a river, young woman. You don't ever hear that shit about men, and you do. Some men do come up missing. I don't want to be sexist, but the reality is that it's disproportionate when it comes to women.
Absolutely.
And the truth is that, yes, I remember I was in Texas doing the show, and I was doing Jeff Garcia's show, and I was in this hotel, and they had a flyer with my picture on the counter, and the girl at the counter got so, she trying to get him off of her, told him what room I was in.
No.
And he was a farm league baseball player banging on my door demanding that I let him in. And then the thing is, you call the police on a white person and you are a troublemaker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're a troublemaker.
And they'll say shit, well, he's just drunk.
He was just drunk.
That's it. You know, he's a great guy.
Problems.
Yeah, he was gonna have another problem.
He's got a great arm. Listen,
about them boys, because them boys would have came around the way, and then he would have really never played baseball again.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Strike
hey man,
out.
how's it playing with one arm?
Exactly.
I can't no more. Goddamn that Rodriguez.
Say I can run the bases, but I can't catch shit.
I wanted to ask you. I knew you coming in. I wanted to ask you because there was like 3 different women were telling me the same exact story, that they're afraid when they get heckled, it seems more venomous.
Oh yeah.
Like when they comment on, when they comment on the Facebook or even on Instagram, it's more venomous. It's like, yo, I'm gonna go at her, fuck her.
Yeah.
And so I would imagine if I was a female headliner, I'd definitely be strapped.
Oh man, you know what? And the problem is wherever you go is like the laws change. And it's different for somebody like me because I do talk about things that rattle people and make people uncomfortable. If I was going on stage and be like, my pussy this, my pussy that, my pussy ain't, no shade to the people who do that.
No, fuck that. No shade.
No, I fight
I'll name some people.
I'll fight for your right to do it. That's what a true feminist is. I'll fight for your right to do that. That's just not my brand.
But you can still say the shit is bullshit.
But for me, it is. I don't want to sit. I mean, how many? I think Dave Chappelle said it best. If you're gonna do a shit joke, you better have the best shit joke in this motherfucker. If it's gonna be creative, it's gonna be funny. But if it's just some stock shit that you heard somebody else say and you think, hey, if I say that too, I might get whatever. But my point is that because of what I'm talking about, it does make people uncomfortable. And because I'm on the Young Turks and they hear me talking about,
they hate them. They love them. No, they have a very good following.
But the people who hate them.
But the people who hate them, I'm talking about really.
Oh yeah, no, I get
and their hate is it doesn't have any foundation. It has no basis of fact. But none of this shit is based in fact right now.
How dare you want progress?
Yes, 38% of the people in the country are fucking stupid. Why don't we just tell it?
I just saw that Trump only has like a 38% approval rating, sort of nationally. So people are finally coming around and seeing 12%. That he's an asshole.
He got a 12% compared to Mueller, and Mueller is 28%.
Yeah, Mueller, FBI director.
I'm sorry. Which people used to hate him, and now they're going, wait a minute, this motherfucker is making sense.
You might be right. Hey, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Savage. as fuck right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. I'm Black Pedro.
I'm Shang, and check this out. Make sure you every week listen to the show, but make sure you follow us on Facebook. On Facebook, you can follow us on Savage AF. And also, we're going to be doing a lot more live shows. We got some shows coming up in the new year at the Brea Improv and the Brea Improv and the Ontario, and what's the other one?
No,
Levity Live.
Oxnard. Yeah, there we go. So stay tuned for that, y'all. But if you're just tuning in, Savage as Fuck, right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy, we are sitting here with the one and only Miss Aida Rodriguez. We're talking about...
She's a queen to me!
We're talking about, the difficulties of being a lady comic on the road by yourself sometimes. I'm not even surprised, but I know these clubs aren't doing enough to protect you either, right? Like,
well, some of them have good. Man, I work at the Cellar in New York, and if you want to fuck with somebody there, you gonna get your skull cracked,
right?
Because the security
they don't
there
fuck
doesn't
around.
fuck around. But I don't want to say the difficulties about being a female comic because I'm not a victim and I don't play the victim card. It is just the reality of being a female comic. So I like to make sure that I choose my words correctly because I don't want to go around whining and whimpering. I chose this. And but I will, listen.
But you could have been a female comic that says, my pussy, my neck, my back, my pussy, my crack. You could have did that, and it might be. I think that men still try to fuck women like that or act like that. That's the truth.
Men try to fuck all women.
Well, that's true.
That is not true. That is something I will debate to the day I die. I think that's a huge misconception about men. I really do. Like,
I disagree.
No.
Yeah, I disagree.
Come on, bro.
No, what I'm
come
saying
on, bro.
is that
a woman could be covered with locust.
No. Hold on.
Satanic fucking symbols, and a man will want to fuck her.
No. Stop.
Shane, come on, man.
Me and you have been on the road too many times.
I was in a relationship then. I didn't want to fuck nobody else. I loved her.
I'm talking about even recently. Like, there are... Come on, bro. Like, there are some women where, like, you could see that I could do whatever right here, but... Just not.
But that's not you.
Just not interested.
Not
you can't
all men will fuck all women. It's
but
just
some
men will fuck all women.
Okay. Well, you said. Were you talking about choosing words carefully? You said.
There you go, but
you said men will fuck anything.
Yeah, but I'm speaking in a general sense that there's a spectrum of men. Like, here we go with the word spectrum because we got to use this all the time because people think they live in generalization.
They think that's the cable network.
Yeah.
They think I have Spectrum.
Yeah,
wait a minute. Time Warner was the same shit.
But I'm not saying that all men will fuck anybody. But I'm saying that there are some men who will fuck anybody.
Anything,
and if case in point, in the Middle East, a lot of women get sexually assaulted who wear hijab. And it's not about what you wear. When you were talking about Bill Cosby, I just want to remind you, as a survivor of sexual assault, is that sexual assault is never about sex. It's always about power. So that's why you can't relate to it, because you don't feel that inadequacy as a man to where you got to go bust a bitch upside the head to get some pussy, because you're not suffering from that. But apparently Bill Cosby and so many of those.
But it's so weird. He was so famous, and if you look at Harvey Weinstein was running one of the biggest companies.
Yeah, but it's about power. It's
that makes sense.
Still feeling
he's in a position of power.
But no,
needs to exert it in as many ways as possible.
He should have been confident then.
Yeah, but that's something this is proof that money, fame, and power can't feed what's inside of you.
Yeah.
And no matter how famous you are, and there are a lot of people out there who watch these celebrities, pay attention, and think, oh, when I get my money, I'm going to be this. If you don't get your shit right from the inside out, it doesn't matter what you get.
Don't matter how much money you got.
You'll be a hollow motherfucker with a bunch of money walking around this bitch.
Look at that. Listen to that whistle go through your chest, you little
hollow ass yogurty motherfuckers. Hey, y'all,
totally
this is Savage as Fuck right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. We're going to go to a quick break. We're going to be back with Aida Rodriguez. When we come back, we're going to talk about Trump versus the FBI right now. The Women's Tennis Association. The Women's Tennis Association might be actually starting to update their shit and think about the women athletes they represent. So we're going to get into that a little bit, y'all, when we come back on Savage.
All right.
Confident man, though.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, we right back. Savage as real. Fuck right here on Marcus King Presents
Dash Comedy. Let me tell you something. This is what Smack Hammer tells you, baby.
Smack Hammer.
Smack Hammer.
Also known as comedian Shang.
Comedian Shang. That's my alter ego. Smack
comedian
Hammer.
Shang. You can follow me on Instagram at Black Pedro.
Yeah.
We have one of the funniest in the business, giving you that truth serum every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m. on Pacific Standard Time on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy, y'all. Give it up for the one and only Aida Rodriguez here with us. Yeah. Right back at it. I was going to ask you based on our conversation during the break there. Do you watch? Are you up on the show, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
I haven't seen it. I have a friend that writes on it. Noah Gardner.
Oh,
So
okay.
I've never seen it, but I heard a lot I heard it's really good. Do you watch it?
So I just started watching it, and like maybe a couple weeks ago, and I'm on season 2 now. It is a great show, very well written. It's very interesting because it's really a story about like a women's lib story, and like a woman in the 50s, kind of finding her voice. And stand up is kind of the perfect tool that they're using because it's all about individual voice. You know what I mean? So, but the show does a really great job of not really being about stand up, but covering the art and the craft of stand up very, very well. But it brings up an issue that we were talking about earlier on the show, which is kind of like the aesthetics of television in general, where I really, really love this show, but it's white as fuck. Like it's so fucking white, man.
Like it's extra white. Like it's white. And like albinos.
It's
don't
built
even
in the
fuck
era.
with it.
Like she's a Jewish American princess. It's the 50s. They're Upper West Side New Yorkers. Like it's by definition, you're not going to see a lot of Negroes in that setting or whatever. And there's these few little bit moments where you see black people on the show, but it's just like that thing where I'm like, fuck, I love this show, but also part of me is just like, I'm tired of watching this shit, like the same shit. And the whole cast is great. Tony Shalhoub is one of the funniest fucking things you'll see on it.
Fuck
but I'm
that
just
whole
like, God
show.
damn it.
No, fuck that show.
Alex Borstein? Is that her name?
She
Borstein.
kills it on there. She's hilarious.
Okay, again, whatever the fuck. I don't like. No, I'm gonna tell you why I don't like the show.
tiring.
Okay, you know why I don't like the show?
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I seen it, and I gave it a chance. I was like you said, the whiteness kept getting. I felt like Paul Mooney was in my ear going, "Oh, nigga, stop watching this. There's too much whiteness here." I mean, it's just
like the ghost of Paul Mooney.
The ghost of Paul.
Past.
But he's like, "You better stop doing this, nigga." It was horrible, man. I think about it. Think about how many black. Fuck it. Don't just say black, because you got to think brown or Asian or whatever the fuck.
People of color show.
There's no
People of
Asians
color.
whatsoever in this show.
No, I'm saying talk show host wise, name one ever. Now there's Ellen DeGeneres daytime show, but even women wise, there's no talk shows.
Well, yeah, they have like, what's it called, The Voice or something?
No, but that's not really. That's not the same.
What are you talking
It's
about?
not a-
Like, are you talking about
The
really
Real.
show? Are you
The
talking
Real.
about?
No, the real. No. It's when I'm saying like a Letterman
Yeah,
or
no.
like there's
Oh, yeah,
never been
no.
a show like that where you see. Other than Joan Rivers,
Well,
who
and
had
then-
the Tonight Show for a little bit until
but
she
then-
got on their nerves.
No, no.
CBS is working on one with Niecy Nash.
Okay, that'd be great.
To be a late night
No,
show.
but it was cold how they did Joan Rivers. Like she
They
used
did
to, she used to fill in for Johnny, and she was always great, and Johnny loved her, and he was under. And then she got her own show, and Johnny never talked to her again, dog. He felt like she went
Like that?
to compete against her, and he turned his.
I didn't know
completely turned
Johnny
his
was
back on
soft
her.
like that. Soft
Petty
ass.
ass shit.
Yeah,
Soft ass Johnny
that was
Carson.
a week right there, but that's how we do that. All right, so y'all listen, right here on Savage as Fuck on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy.
Dash comedy.
Like our intro song says, they all love news.
No wonder Marcus loves this show. He's like, you need to see Pedro. It's because you say his fucking name every 10 seconds. I ain't doing that shit.
Marcus
That's-
King
that's the
presents.
reset.
Real
I talk about shit he did in the past that he knows I know. So
Oh, yeah.
that
Like
fucked me.
usually having to do with hookers
Something
Yeah.
or something.
And dead
Or
bodies.
killing bodies, yeah.
And
Or
dead
some
bodies. He
drugs.
knows. Marcus
Some
knows.
illegal drugs.
If you're listening, man, you still owe me that money.
We know you're listening.
All right, you
Marcus.
already know you owe me that money. Don't
Yeah.
fuck with me. I'm not the one. I got a hard drive hidden somewhere. That's all I'm saying.
I'm
He
hoping.
knows.
I'm hoping that the GOP and all and,
Oh,
and
let's talk about it before I get out of here.
yeah, and any dumbasses who might still be supporting Colt 45, our dumbass president.
Orange fuck stick.
Yeah, Cheeto Man.
Cheeto Man.
Yeah,
You know what?
Dorito Dust himself.
Tiny hands.
The official name is Idiot.
T-Rex hands. T-Rex
So
hands.
I was watching some of these pundits talk, and there was an attorney who said that that Trump's the Mueller investigation is the least of his problems.
There's so much other shit. I
He
saw
said all
that.
that legal shit that
And he
has
ran
to
down
do
a
with
list.
the foundation, the criminal,
His kids.
the misappropriation of
funds,
like
yes.
the criminal act of using a foundation to do is that the reality of it is that
Oh.
when these people fix their mouths to call immigrants or
Dirty.
undocumented people illegal, right? And at Politicon, I had to argue this throughout the whole time. Every
And
time
hordes.
I said, why are you calling people illegal? They're human beings. They're undocumented. And they would say, because what they are doing is illegal. And Jank said, well, then according to that, and by that definition, your president is an illegal.
Excellent.
So I'm going to start calling him the illegal president because he's been committing criminal acts. And listen, this has nothing to do with hating Donald Trump. The reality of it is that as corrupt as our politics is, and they are all corrupt, this is by far the most criminally active president that we've ever had, and we've had some criminally active presidents.
Most of them are criminally active, right?
Yeah, he's
I mean,
way
you're
over.
talking about it runs that he runs the gamut because it's from sexual abuse to
money laundering
to
racist bullshit,
the real estate stuff,
to hiring illegals,
and
quote unquote,
hiring
right?
his family that are unqualified, hiring other people that are unqualified. We already know he's the shit bottom of all presidents.
But what you know, what I'm hoping people begin to see is that how all this lines up, right? And understand that your president, for those who support, is at beef with the Federal Bureau of Investigations, and he's doing everything he can to
fake news,
to negate
Black
that
Pedro.
agency,
That's fake news.
to make them illegitimate,
that's
right?
why he
all of a
doubled
sudden,
down on the wall with Chuck Schumer because he already knows that. First of all, nobody insults his base more than he does. He thinks his base is dumb.
He said that years ago, before he was even a politician.
But what I'm saying is he's always insulting them.
He's right, though.
Every time something goes down, he's like, well, what about the immigrants? And what about the walls? The migrant caravan was during the time of the elections.
Right.
And he used that to instill the fear.
That,
So now here he is again because the law is on him, right?
Law.
So now he's like, we need that
the way
wall.
you said it. No, he's using that as, I hate to say the word, as his trump card, and it's not going to fucking work. Flat out, it's not going to work. I was on stage and I said it, and somebody got mad at me. Did you see the wave?
Yeah.
No, someone got mad at me about it because I was like, man, even the people in Mexico are like, we ain't paying for no fucking wall. No. In fact, was it the president? No, it was either the president before that said, we're not paying for no. He said flat out, we're not paying for no fucking wall.
Yeah. Oh, that's
We're not paying
you know
for
what
no
I'm talking
fucking
about?
wall.
No,
It's the best.
Yeah,
it's the best sound clip.
And Trump's already backed off of his supposed double down of
shutting down the government.
Of
if he
shutting
doesn't
down
get
the
wall.
government.
No, he said he'd be proud of it if we don't get our way. If I don't get my way, little bitch ass little baby boy.
He's already backed
little
off.
T-Rex hands.
Today they're trying to come up with ways to avoid the
No,
shutdown.
but I think the Democrats are a bunch of soft ass fucking marshmallows.
Yogurty.
How dare you even give him not even $5 billion? Don't give him 5 cents for this fucking wall that's not going to be ineffective. Because as long as there's ladders, airplanes, and fucking shovels, that shit ain't going to mean shit to these people. And ships, they don't come in. They're like, okay, y'all built a wall. Fuck it. Let's find another way.
It's just all it is just reinforcing the racism that is so deeply embedded in the fiber of America to automatically give immigration a brown face and to make it seem like it's just a Central American problem. When people migrate here from Eastern Europe to commit crimes,
Do you know how many white French motherfuckers?
And how many
Czechoslovakian?
how many Russian fucking mobsters are here?
Oh,
and
man. Human traffickers, absolutely.
It's more people. There's more people that are actually where their visa expires and stays here than there are.
That's why
the caravan.
At this
it's
point,
the number of people who've overstayed their
At this point, we have an illegal Russian mobster as our president.
Yeah, pretty much.
At this point,
he's huge.
So Michael Flynn was supposed to be sentenced today. That's a former Army general.
He's not gonna get sentenced.
Oh, y'all don't remember him? Maybe this will remind you. Lock her up.
Yeah,
lock her up. Yeah, lock her up.
But he's not gonna get. He's not. He cooperated so much. He's not gonna get no time.
No. They
got 3
just
years.
I thought they postponed his sentencing.
No.
You're thinking about Cohen.
Cohen got 3 years.
No, Cohen got 3 years. Flynn hasn't been sentenced. But
He was supposed to be
the
sentenced
one,
today. It got postponed.
My bad. He was the one that called for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, he was the one that started the chants at the fucking rallies.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I hope they chant that after his sentencing.
No,
it's so hilarious.
But he's not going to get locked
It's
up.
so hilarious.
He gave the special. In fact, he gave so much stuff. They said, "Well, we got to go light on him because he's really helping."
Well, they'll
us.
go light on him, but it'll bring down weight, hopefully, on other people. Right?
Manafort is not He's going to fucking.
They've all talked. You know
they're
what's
all
funny?
going to talk.
They're the most wackest gangsters ever. They claim that they got so many snitches in that.
They need stitches.
Crew.
Them motherfuckers need some stitches.
It's like everybody's rolling over like
everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Like
because they don't feel threatened by anything but like prison.
No.
They're not
They're
gonna get
not scared of
killed.
him.
They're not gonna get hit.
No, Russian mobsters will take them out too.
Yeah, but
Yes, they will. They don't give a fuck. Russian
I bet the
mobsters
Russians
ain't no
are
joke.
laughing at us.
Yeah, they're like you.
Oh.
You don't know how to handle your bitches. Your crew, you know what I mean?
They probably planned this too.
What? You think they planned it?
Could have.
Man, I right now, I still say this, and we always get back and forth with this. I don't think none of them will get fucking penalized. I don't think 3 years is enough. I don't think that Flynn's going to get anything really bad. Absolutely not. I think Trump is going to make it to his fucking and might win the next election.
And if you go
because
for 3 years,
these
you
dumb
should go to
people are going to
Rikers.
fucking support him. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
they
I
should
want
be
you
in
to-
Gym Pop.
You got to be at Rikers.
Yeah, not that-
Like a real jail.
Not the
course.
country
Like-
course
yeah,
jail.
like
the,
rape
the
your mouth
country
jail.
club shit.
But I do. A lot of people tend to believe with you because the longer they keep him in office, the longer he's exempt from being criminally prosecuted.
Right.
So that's why he has to.
He's not
push for
going to
that wall.
jail. He's not going to jail. He's not going to
He's going
jail.
to try and push for emperor after this. You know
I know.
what I mean?
He
But they
said
shut
it.
down his foundation today, so that's.
Oh, well, the FBI have been going through and shutting
No,
down
the
a lot of
FBI
his
is
businesses.
gangsters.
Well, the state of New York shut down his foundation.
No, it's the
yeah.
Southern District. The Southern District said, "How about this? We the Southern District of New York. Fuck what you going through."
Yeah, no,
that's what they said. They said we ain't dealing with all that other shit. We dealing with this shit
Yeah.
here.
But they're
the ones going
on
hard.
a federal level, though. They are going through and shutting down a lot of his businesses, kicking everybody out, putting up brown paper in the windows,
They should
and
have
they're
done
about to
that.
go through all those files.
You know, we shouldn't even be. This is how racist this country is and how fucking sexist it is. We shouldn't even be having this conversation right now.
Right.
The truth of the matter is they elected a clown that was spewing all of the hate that they've been harboring within their souls for so long. This motherfucker came along saying all the dumb shit because
that they
he knew-
wanted to hear.
Yeah, and the thing is
Tell
like
them what they
when
wanna
they
hear.
done with us, who you think is next?
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, dumbass, y'all got rid of
The
trying
poor.
to shut down Obamacare because y'all don't know it's the same thing as the Affordable Care Act. You biting your nose to spite
You know
your
what?
face.
You know what? I am tired of this woman.
Yeah.
This woman over here saying what she thinks it's a free country. Who
With
the
your
fuck
dang
do you
don't-
think you
with your
are,
dang don't truth serum.
Goddamn with your truth. You better get on with that bullshit.
And that truth serum,
Good
by the way,
Lord.
can be heard every Monday from 5 to 7 Pacific Standard
Right.
Time.
And if you like your ears
Right
to
here.
burn because she's telling the truth.
The devil's word is what she
Fucking
speaks.
just weird.
Hey guys, speaking of racist and sexist, the Women's Tennis
You said-
Association.
Did you combine both?
Well, Ida brought them together, and they go together so well, and especially in
saw 'em many
America.
times.
No.
Especially in America, they go together.
We saw what happened with Serena. So
What
after
happened?
that,
I didn't know.
Well,
What happened today?
it's not today, and this isn't
No,
necessarily
you didn't know?
Serena
Yeah.
specific, but
It is Serena,
It
though.
does apply.
captain.
She's
She's
part
the
of
biggest-
she's
she's the
part of the
biggest
reason
thing.
it's highlighted, right? So the Women's Tennis Association recently finally decided to change their ruling on rankings, right? So previously, when an athlete, a woman athlete, right, was injured or returning from pregnancy, for instance, like when Serena returned from her pregnancy, they dropped her from number 1 in the world to number 451 in the world. Now, let me tell you, if Serena Williams won a fucking Grand Slam with a baby in her belly, right, and y'all didn't even know it, she beat y'all asses pregnant, I'm pretty sure she's better than at least
400
at least I'd say about 380 of these motherfuckers, right?
She's better than all of
Just
them.
coming off, fresh
Yeah.
off of pregnancy, right?
Yeah.
So,
no, I mean it was fresh.
She's
Yeah.
the greatest athlete in the world. And when
Fantastic.
you see these men who, LeBron James, who are great athletes, bowing down and saying she's the greatest athlete
Yeah,
in the
he
world.
gave
They-
her huge props.
Yeah.
He got a show on HBO. I don't know if you ever see his, where they're in the barbershop.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And I'm telling you, this is a whole bunch of elite athletes. And they were all saying the same shit. They were all like saying, yo.
You can't do
I mean,
it.
I think,
They was like, yo, we got to get
as
props.
a nation, it's time that we understand that, like, the value of women's sports. I mean, like,
Well, no.
I'm dead serious. I was in that when we were in Pleasanton the other day. You know, they give you access to the really nice gym next to the hotel. So I'm just in the steam room or whatever, and it was weird, but they had fucking women's volleyball playing in the men's like locker room.
Women's volleyball is one of the best sports in the world.
Yeah, and actually this dude said that, right?
Yeah.
We were both kind of staring at him. He was like, man, like women's volleyball is fucking great. And I was like, yeah, there are actually a lot of women's sports that are
But you know what?
more fun to watch than men.
But you know what, men's dick get in the way. I'm gonna keep it real. My dick has gotten in the way while
tennis.
watching volleyball.
Shut up. Like tennis, right?
Volleyball, they be wearing those little up their ass shorts.
See, I knew he was gonna.
No,
go
I
there.
mean, hold up. Let's be honest. I mean, you want to be honest. I'm saying they wear the little sexy shorts, and sometimes I watch volleyball for the skill, and sometimes I go, wow. You know, I mean, I'll be real honest. That's fucked up, but it's true.
But we
I'm
were just
still-
asking fairness that you watch men's volleyball for the shorts too, okay?
No, because I
They're
don't.
not as hot.
They're not as hot.
But
I
listen, but like women's tennis is way better to watch than men's tennis to me. Women's soccer, I truly believe that the women's national team could slaughter the men's team. Like the men's team is so fucking whack.
But women in tennis. No, let's be honest. Women in tennis, like. Men against women in tennis, like you had said before on the break, men are strong as fuck, and their serve
Billie Jean King she already won. She already killed that.
She was also playing against,
she did it.
the dude that was on the
man.
cover of Captain Crunch.
She was playing against the man.
No,
Doesn't
he
matter.
wasn't. He was an old goofy man. I'm talking about.
It's not the
No,
same.
I'm talking about.
it wasn't.
They
like
already
that.
said they clocked the serve from Serena, is fucking fire. Is not even close to like a lower ranked man. That's why like in the UFC they said, why can't a woman fight a man in the same weight division? Because you can't.
Well, he's saying that he thinks that women's sports all on its own is just as exciting and just as entertaining to watch. Nobody's saying that Serena has to play
Pay
a man.
against a man
It should just be
to
a
prove her
valid
value.
sport.
Yeah,
she
exactly.
doesn't
Like that's what I'm
have to
saying. Like
beat a man.
woman
like,
on woman, like they
But
get
that's-
it
You know
in.
what?
That's
Y'all
the
motherfuckers
argument.
come join me in the delivery room and let's see if we could go dick the pussy to see who's the baddest when it comes to this bitch.
You know what? I'll take that challenge.
Well, you
No.
never had your
No, I won't.
you never had your nuts grazed. Okay, that is some of the. No, I'm just, it doesn't compare to
It doesn't
childbirth
compare.
at all.
No, but what I'm saying is that is the argument. The argument is like, well, she can't compete. Like if we're playing football, because that's the way football dudes talk. If we're playing football, a woman can't be in the football team because she's not big enough.
And
That's how they talk.
looking at this story,
I have
it
heard-
even
heard
speaking
those.
of football, right? Like that kind of reminds me. Looking at this story, they had a quote from the WTA CEO, a gentleman named Steve Simon, and it kind of popped into my head. I'm like, why is the Women's Tennis Association run by a dude? Like
all women's.
And
sports.
most women's sports are probably CEO'd or commissioned by a dude. Like,
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And
I'm
most
looking
of
on
the
the other
agents,
end,
most of the agents
and I'm
for the
looking on
women
the other
athletes.
end. I'm looking on the other end, and I'm like, the NFL, NBA, NHL, or MLB, even MLS, none of them have ever had a female coach, or I'm sorry, female commissioner. And or coach, honestly, definitely in the head coaching position. So
Who's up for
NBA now has.
Condoleezza Rice?
no, that she denied that, but
No, but it was funny though.
that
That would have been hilarious, though.
for NFL
From
commissioner
a comedic
oh, geez.
standpoint, I'd be
Oh,
like,
man.
oh, thank you. More material.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, but speaking of canned material, right? You hear a lot of comics who clown the WNBA, but I've actually sat and watched WNBA games. I'm like, all of these women could ball me up. Like every single woman on this
Oh,
court
absolutely.
would ball
Absolutely.
me the
No, I
fuck
know
up.
women-
And I'm decent. Like I still got a little something left, right? Like it's still something in the tank. But I'm like, Skylar Diggs would cross me the fuck up. Like
Well,
and
no,
be in my
I'm
ass
saying
quick.
this is the problem, and I'm gonna say this. I don't care because this is what it is. The show's called Savage as Fuck. A lot of it is flat out pertaining to the higher ups, pertaining to corporations and stuff.
Yep.
Women aren't fighting as hard as they could to get in those fucking positions.
I think they are. I don't think the opportunities are presenting themselves. I
But
think
then
that
you can make. You know how you make the opportunity present itself. Just like
You just go there and start
No,
working.
no,
But
no.
no one's paying. No one's giving as
You
much
can't-
money to the
it's-
women
it's
league.
this-
No, they're not giving as much money.
It's the same argument that black people aren't doing. They're free and they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they're not picking themselves up from the bootstrap. It's blaming the oppressed for their own
the
oppression.
Yes,
right.
I
And
am.
I think women, if women listen. I belong to the group that makes the least money of them all. Latin women get paid the least on the on this,
on the corporate ladder,
on the corporate ladder,
on entertainment
Yeah,
ladder,
and entertainment. I look
and
at the
entertainment
checks
and
of people
stand up.
who headline just as much the same weekends that I do and have lesser credits than me and make more money than I do. I don't walk around bitching about it because what the fuck am I gonna do? We don't have a union.
Start smacking these bitches.
Yes, well, I smack them with that mic. But what I'm saying is that a lot of women do want to get into these positions. The positions are not available to them. There's always a reason why she doesn't have the credits, because that sexism is real, and it's not like something that women are creating within, I'm not going to go for that position. Yeah, there are some women that probably don't think that is a reachable goal for them, but I just don't think that the opportunities are there.
You don't think the opportunity?
Even with people of color, and forget about women of color. When you hit that intersection, forget about it.
And I think we're coming to a head because we're at this point going back to the white, especially white male fragility, like. They see themselves as under attack. When we begin to talk about equality, to them that's them losing ground, right? Like that's an erasure of their history and their heritage, and that's why the dude got up and walked out on my homie, because he doesn't want to hear that their white male
there's actually a fair
gonna,
race. I don't want to hear about a fair race, but check this out. If you look at when you look at Trump's voting base, there was a lot of white women.
Oh yeah.
So these white women,
they fell for that dumb shit.
No, they didn't just fall for it. They were fucking backing
him. And they're part of the
full
racist.
blast.
They're part of the racist.
And they're part
bullshit
of the racist
too,
bullshit too. But I don't want to hear shit from them. Sometimes it's like you want equality as a woman, but you don't want equality
for all women.
For all women.
No.
And you want equality, but you don't want equality for people.
Yeah, that was always a problem with the suffrage. With the original suffrage movement, it's built on blacks.
Right.
Like they had to team up with black women got left behind and all of that.
Right.
Like,
So they don't want equality for all women. And if you see, there's a
like
meme.
what's her name? Gloria Steinem. She's like the face of women's lib, right, from back in the day. She had a black partner. I can't even tell you her name because whose face got painted up there.
But
no,
why?
that's what I'm saying. But they don't. And when it comes down to it, Alabama was won by black women.
Oh yeah, they better be thankful to the black women who saved them from that pedophile that was trying to get in office.
Yeah, flat out,
exactly
like
right.
coming in and riding on a horse with a little naked baby girl or something. He's just fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
I'm saying right now. So that's why I don't give as much props. When I say women, I don't mean just black women or Latino. I'm talking about the overall. 54% were white women that backed Trump.
Oh
But
yeah, they backed Kavanaugh.
They were in the streets with big fucking signs. So fuck them too.
Well, the thing is that people, that's right. They forget the intersection of black and woman of color. White women are just as problematic as men, even the liberal ones. Like they're more the condescending, and I'm not talking about everybody. So don't get all your panties in a fucking bunch and tweet me with this bullshit. You know who I'm talking about.
If your panties get in a bunch, you're probably talking about them. Then.
It's a lot of
it
them.
It is about your ass.
It's not all of them. And when a white woman got mad at me yesterday and walked out of my show, and because I get this, you're a racist, and I'm like, no, motherfucker. If I was a racist, you wouldn't be able to read.
Right.
If I was a racist,
I'm a realist.
I will hold you back because that's what racism is. And I wouldn't do that because I don't hate white people. But what I do hate is this misconception that because you consider yourself an ally, but your actions are still fucking shitting on our heads, and you don't want us to call you out for that. And that shit is fucking infuriating. I would rather be in the presence of a motherfucker who spit in my face and say, I don't like you, you spit dirty hoe you, than to somebody who's patting me on my head and being condescending and at the same time giving me the same results as that motherfucker who was shit on me.
That's exactly
so
right.
you can get
that shit off your chest.
I've been pissing.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
I've been pissing crowds off lately because I'll just pick a random white dude and be like, hey, terrorist, you know you're the new terrorist, right? And they'll be shunning me the shit. That dude did not like that.
He was like, "Fuck this Black Pedro
But
guy."
I'm like, it's not us with the hoodies and the Skittles anymore. We're not the terrorists anymore.
Oh no, I had a guy.
It's you motherfuckers.
A white guy get on my Latin white guy who's because some of us we like to pander. Put on my Instagram that the definition of terrorist because I put a post up and then terrorism is directly connected to religion. And I said, well, you just gave me the epitome of what a terrorist is because a lot of the terrorism that we experience in the United States is rooted in Christianity.
In biblical references.
Like, that's not the only definition
even happens
of
in
terrorism.
churches.
The KKK, America's original terrorist organization, which is still thriving.
Never called
to this
terrorists.
day.
Stop
Thriving
it.
to this day. They're
nationalists.
They
Shut
burn
your
crosses.
mouth.
They are absolutely a
Black Pedro.
religious organization.
Black Pedro, they're nationalists. They're
Hey,
just
guys,
about this country.
If you're just
What the
tuning
fuck?
in, we're right here, Savage as Fuck on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy, y'all.
Yeah.
Before we go to break, I'm gonna do my little segment real quick. Black Pedro's pop in, y'all. And I just want to. We were speaking of some really strong women, right? I want to give another shout out. I'm always shouting her out. AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Love her.
Love her very much. Recently, she's been calling out her colleagues in Congress for employing unpaid interns. And if anybody understands, and intern, you might think, well, you got to work your way up. Listen, people, these people are working in the District of Columbia, okay? There are a few places in America where you gotta fucking sell crack and suck dick at the same time just to afford rent. It's like LA, New York, Washington, DC, San
Super
Francisco,
expensive.
right? Like
Miami.
super expensive city, right? Miami. You can't be unpaid living there, right? So there's this. You'd be blow your mind to find out how many fucking interns have to bartend and wait tables and all this shit at night.
You should have told me
just
you're
to keep
gonna
the-
say this before so I could let the interns out of the room.
Well, this
Sorry,
isn't.
guys.
Hey,
no,
man,
this is. This is.
No, we gonna give
That's
y'all
this
something.
politics, but that's it's all relative, right? So that's in relation to the fact that Congress members get paid anywhere from $174,000 to $223,000 per year. 40% of American senators are fucking millionaires, just as private citizens. They are goddamn millionaires. We have rich elitist motherfuckers running our country, and then still even milking their staff. For this is the most un-American shit I could. So Ocasio-Cortez, of course she's gonna be a progressive leader in this movement now and she's gonna be paying her interns, and she's a minimum livable wage, right? Which is all, especially starting out in any game, we'd all love to have that, just something I can live off of while I'm dedicating all my time to this thing. You know what I mean? So shout out to AOC, one more time, just for.
So does that come out of her wages?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Or does it
I'm
come out of
assuming
the state?
I'm assuming they have budgets and things, and they get
doesn't take
donation
money.
and yeah. So
She's fully funded by the people. So
Right.
that's why her situation is different than people who are taking money
But she
from
had a hard time,
pharmaceutical
too.
companies.
Right.
Yeah, she was a bartender. But it's funny because it's the same motherfuckers who are always talking about the American dream
Mm-hmm.
and building yourself up from the ground up that are condemning her and mocking her for doing just what they want to be
exactly
patted on the back for.
and
It's just-
she's doing it exactly the
she
way
calling
she
them motherfuckers out. She
Yeah.
came in there, boom, boom, boom,
Lick shot pun air.
Yeah.
Hey, so shout out to AOC. We are
her.
savage as fuck right here on Marcus King Presents Dash.
Yeah, we
Comedy.
say Marcus's name a lot though.
Fuck it, it's called branding, y'all. We say
it called
savage.
Marcus
We say
King Presents?
savage as
We're
fuck a lot.
supposed to.
We say
Yeah.
Black Pedro a lot because I want you to follow me on Instagram
and
at Black
I want
Pedro.
and I want you to follow me at comedian Shang. Stop playing, but.
And you don't want to follow Marcus because his shit is boring. As
Yeah.
fuck. Just support this radio
Yeah,
station.
just listen to
His
us.
page is like-
Marcus said, "Listen to us, not
his
him."
kids were like, "Don't put us on there.
shit.
Like, we
But
gotta
ma-
live in this town."
Make sure you follow the very funny Ida at Funny Ida. That's
AIDA.
AIDA.
Also, listen to her show, Truth Serum. It's
Yeah,
Monday.
you gotta come do it.
Monday,
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Because that is part of the Dash Comedy
No,
family
not
here.
just
So
because it's Dash. It's some
No.
motherfuckers in here I don't want on my show, but I want you to be.
I would
on
be
there.
I would be honored if I
Yeah,
could.
well,
ever.
nobody got to come
You know
do it.
what?
I would intern at your show for an unlivable
up.
wage.
You
I
gotta
really
come
would.
do it.
Did you say an unlivable?
Yes, for I'd pay pennies.
Because we're fighting for a livable wage
Right
right now.
now.
Yeah,
It's
we're
not
fighting
even
for
realistic.
But no,
No doubt.
even with comedy, if you look at comedy, I was going because you bring it up. There's a lot of female comics, fuck it, young comics that do free shows all the time until you get on.
Yeah,
and that's which way
that's
they're treating
most of the
these
game.
interns.
That's most of the
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
They feel like until you get on, you got to do this free set.
Hey,
That's the way I equate it.
Yeah, we'll get back into this after the break, y'all. We are savage.
We
as
going to
fuck.
a break?
Right back.
A break? Oh shit! My song.